speaker. Our first speaker is a graduate of Electrical Engineering from Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He is also a graduate of Master's Degree in ECE from De La Salle University and a graduate of Masters of Industrial Engineering and Management from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines Graduate School. He is a former air navigation system specialist at the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. He is also a department head for business development for Spectrum Electronic Applications Corporation. So currently, he is the country manager of YFC-BON International Corporation. And to talk about Gpon FTTX cabling, please welcome Engineer Regino Posadas.
Good morning. I'll be discussing more on the Gpon FTTX cabling. The Gpon FTTX cabling is one of the new technology solutions for the LAN and also wide area network. Most of the service providers, even enterprise market, is now doing solutions using Gpon FTTX cabling in many ways. One of them is that it integrates all networks into one, as based on this example. So you have here the passive optic network. This is a passive optic network featuring one-to-multipoint or point-to-multipoint architecture. So, puro siya passive. So, there are only two equivalent equipment involved in the Gpon or Gigabit Passive Optic Network, which is the OLT and the ONU. So, later on, we will pass through this OLT and ONU. And if you want to see a real example of the ONU, meron nung kami dun sa booth namin na dinala namin. Okay? So, going back, the basic parameters of the Gpon, you have 7 transmission speed, but what we're using right now is the 1.25 and the 2.4. The 1.25 yun yung upstream natin, meaning from the ONU, going to the OLT, at yung 2.5 is from OLT going to ONU. So, the other parameters is that it has a 60-kilometer logical reach, and then the physical reach is 20 kilometers. So that's why most of the service provider, what they do is connect from the CO, a fiber backbone, babagsak yun halimbawa sa isang town, para ma-accommodate nila yung 20 kilometer physical reach radius. But from time to time, we use the optical power budgeting para computations para malaman kung yung pinapadalang signal from the OLT goes all the way doon sa subscriber side, yung ONT. So may tinatawag kaming attenuation losses sa dugtungan, sa kable, 0.535 dB per kilometer sa fiber. Then the splitter, may tinatawag na splitter, ibig sabihin yung fiber splitter. One fiber is split, either 1:4, 1:8, 1:16, 1:32, 1:64, all the way to 1:128. So yun yung split ratio sa baba. Okay, why most of the service providers are longing to roll out FTTH? So sabi dito, Gpon are premium for all services. On the left side, you will see that right now, what we can only accommodate doon sa ating network is yung VDSL2 and EDSL.
Pero meron dito.
If you roll out a Gpon premium, it means na yung pwedeng ipadala sa inyo doon sa bahay mo will be more than 100 Mbps na. Sa ibang bansa, nandoon na sila, going na sila sa 1,000 Mbps. So yan yung tinitingnan ngayon na considerations because FTTH met the bandwidth requirements of all consumers. So on the right-hand side, lahat yan, pag samasamahin mo, you will see that pwede mong isakay lahat yan sa fiber optics cable. Okay, so ito yung ating upstream and downstream side. Kung mapapansin ninyo, it can go as far as 300 dito, but isang butas doon sa OLT equipment natin is 2.5 gig, so you can divide it to number of users in one area. May sample naman tayo mamaya, I can explain that. Okay, the Gpon principle is that from OLT side all the way to the ONU, broadcast type siya. Okay, meaning lahat ng ONU nyo makakatanggap ng message or details. But the one who is opening up, yung mismong may right IP address na may kasamang message, yun ang tatanggap ng ONU or ONT. Okay? So broadcast type or downstream from your OLT all the way doon sa ONU, either 1, 2, or 3. So with the right address, makikita na nila dyan yung message na kasama na pinadala ng OLT. Okay? So doon lang siya sa right ONU babagsak. Now, on the upstream side, coming from the ONU all the way to the OLT, time division multiple access mode siya or TDMA mode para lang siyang first out, first in doon sa OLT natin. Okay? Now, as I said earlier, your upkeep equipment is only composed of OLT. So OLT equipment is composed of 8-port OLT equipment para lang mo siya layer 3 switch. Then 16-port, 32-port, meron tayong higher grade. So different types of scalable modules yun para sa higher service provider. On the ONT side, nandun yung different types of ONT depending on the uses. Now, in between your ONT and the ONT is your cabling products, yung FTTH products natin, na mostly fiber optics, connecting OLT all the way to ONT. Okay? So this is what was promised by the Gpon FTTH solution, that you can integrate all auxiliary services or multiple services under one single infrastructure. Kung nakikita nyo dito sa left, nandiyan dyan yung ating voice, may data, may video, may RF video. So pagdating dito sa kabilang side, nakita nyo yun yung endpoints. So pwede nyo isakay dyan yung CCTV network, i-connect niyo physically as in patch cord, either copper or fiber. Kung may PBX kayo, patch papunta dun sa OLT. Kung may layer 2 switch kayo, connecting doon yung mga servers ng CCTV ninyo, patch sa OLT. May switch kayo, patch sa OLT. So sa kabilang side, nandoon yung inyong CPE or subscriber and user points. Nandoon yung computer ninyo, yung phones, either analog or VoIP, yung access point, yung CCTV ninyo, yung conferencing video, and also cable TV. By adding what we call WDM or Wave Division Multiplexer Combiner, makakapagpadala din kayo ng signal. Lahat dito, lahat ng auxiliary services is on the ONT side at lahat ng endpoints is on the ONT side. So, this is what the FTTH has promised, the single infrastructure for multiple services. So the advantage is that gumagamit na tayo ng fiber which has a long-term life expectancy. So versus copper cable, usually for copper cable we provide a 25-year warranty. But for the fiber, we can go as far as 40 years. Sorry, 25-year warranty versus 40-year warranty. So FTTH also promises a low capital expenditures. I can show this to you later because wala na siyang access network. That's why you can see in the market, kukunti na yung binibenta ang layer 2 switch. So usually core switch na lang and then ONU. The ONU or ONT is also a layer 2 switch. Kaya lang may config siya na it can accommodate all other services. Okay? So, since wala kayong kuryente doon sa access network ninyo, low operating cost din yung mangyayari dahil less yung active components na ginamit ninyo. Okay? So, one of the advantage that Gpon FTTH also promises that it offers you a greater bandwidth. Okay? So, yung DSL natin, nasa 100 megabits lang siya or sometimes up to 15 yung mga offer ng service provider. But FTTH PON, one port lang nun is nasa 2.5 gig ka. So if you have an 8-port OLT, it means that 2.5 by 8 yung pwede mong i-offer dun sa subscriber base mo. Okay? So, as a proof that Gpon FTTH is being used already in some of the bandwidth-hungry country like South Korea, noong year 2013, ito yung bandwidth pa lang o internet connection speed dito sa different countries. South Korea is number 1 at 13.3, and then Japan is at 12.0, all the way dyan yun. Now, after 4 years, the bandwidth requirement doubles already. So yun na yung mga countries na yung speed nila, yung connection speed nila na naka-highlight na rin dyan. Okay? So for country. Okay, so it says here that by 2018, worldwide, there will be reasonable need for multiple, not only one, 100 Mbps access for single household. Okay, the telcos are now offering 15, 20 yung Philippine telcos natin. So it's not enough, especially for those which is bandwidth-hungry households. So ito yung mga samples na ino-offer sa other country, $45 for 10 Mbps, $100 for 54, and $200 almost for 1,000 Mbps or 1 gig internet speed. Now, for the Gpon technology trends, as you can see here, the compounded annual growth rate. Okay? Before the ONTs, in 2010 is only at 4.3 million, and now in 2017, it's at 129 million units. So the growth rate is at 63%. And right now, between 2017 to 2023, it is being discussed that a 7.5 growth rate. So meron na kasing pinapasok na 10G PON, bukod dun sa Gpon. 10 gig, and ang forecast is, it will have a compounded annual growth rate of 40%. The massive market that being pursued by the manufacturers of both these equipment, OLT and ONU, is the Asia Pacific. So kasama tayo dun sa Philippines. And just to emphasize, there are now rollouts being done by telcos and also cable TV operator. Like si Sky Cable is rolling out yung kanyang Skydeep project sa Skyrise. Skydeep is the outside plant and Skyrise is the FTTH backbone on all buildings, new and old buildings. Same thing also with Globe and PLDT and also some other service provider. Nandito na yung rollout nila sa Gpon and FTTH. On the enterprise market, most of the consultants and designers are now going into this solution because number one, it gives 50 to 60% savings on CAPEX and OPEX for both your land cabling. Pagka nag-roll out kayo, kung ang budget ng, siyempre kung kayo may-ari, mag-roll out kayo doon sa building ninyo like Ayala, it's better to use a future-proof solution which is fiber optics cable, which also gives you a 50% reduction on your CAPEX and OPEX cost. Initially kaagad yun. When you put a Gpon FTTH rollout doon sa building mo. Okay? Even in this campus sa Ateneo, isang building kayang 1 fiber lang yan. Kasi gumagamit nga tayo ng splitter. We can design it as maximizing yung already existing fiber backbone dito sa campus ninyo. Okay, those are the situations which are now going on doon sa ibang areas. Number one, which wanted to maximize the use of their fiber optic cable na nakalatag na. At the same time, they're also utilizing a Gpon FTTH para mai-provide yung pinakamalapit na fiber to the premise or fiber to the home solutions doon sa customer base. Okay, just to give you this, this is my lecture outline. Okay, key components of structured cabling system, key components of FTTX cabling. I will introduce you to fiber splitters, then MCPs, or MCP is local convergence point, or sa European, tawag nila dito is building entry point. Network access point, yun yung US, yung pinapalo nating standard. Sa European, tawag nila dito is floor distributor. And then the IOOs, indoor optical outlet. Sa Europe, tawag nila dito is optical telecommunications outlet. Then the OLT and the ONU. And then I will provide you a Gpon FTTX cabling, network topologies and cabling architecture, and then we will have some comparisons, okay? And benefit summary. Now, the cabling solution, you can summarize as having copper solution and fiber solution. So, we are usually acquainted with local area network Cat5e, Cat6, Cat6a, Cat7. So, if you happen to get one of our catalogs, doon, masasama rin ninyo siya as, for the copper solution, as having cables, having patch panels, having keystone jacks, having faceplate, patch cords, and even modular plug with rubber boots. So, pag tinignan ninyo, nakalagay doon Cat5e, tingnan ninyo uli yun, ang laman nun, cables, installation cables, patch panels. We only have two types of patch panels, 24-port patch panels and 48-port patch panels. Okay? May aesthetics lang siya. Yung iba, nilalagyan ng kulay yung port. Yung iba, unloaded. Yung iba, may wire management sa likod. So, just the same, you can take a look at the patch panel, either Cat5e, Cat6, Cat6a, Cat7 as 24-port and 48-port. Okay? So, what are the other components of our LAN? Structured cabling, the jacks or the information outlet. Okay? So, we have Cat5e, Cat6, Cat6a. So, dalawa lang din yung orientations ng keystone jack. Either, i-determine mo yung copper cable sa likod. So, modular jack 180 degrees or sa ibabaw, modular jack 90 degrees. So, ano yung aesthetics niya? Meron tayong jacks na iba-ibang kulay. But just the same, we have keystone jack 90 and 180 degrees. Now, for faceplate, you put the jack doon sa butas ng faceplate or pag ang patch panel mo is unloaded, you put the jack also there. Unloaded means walang laman. Okay, so we have 1 port, 2 port, 3 port, 4 port, or 6 port. So, meron tayong dalawang klase ng jack. Yung may sarahan, faceplate, yung shattered type, yung may sarahan, saka non-shattered type. Okay? So, ang orientations natin is rectangular yung faceplate natin because we follow the US standard. In Europe, kudrado siya, yung faceplate. Now, patch cords. So, meron tayong patch cords, Cat 5B, Cat 6, Cat 6A. So, ano lang yung kanyang aesthetics? Different lengths, different diameter. So, different lengths from 0.3 meter to 0.5 to 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 5, 10, 15. So, yun yung lengths. And different colors. That's our patch cords. Now, if you wanted to do your own patch cords, bibili tayo ng cable, gagawin natin siya with flat plugs and with rubber boots. Yung may kulay, yellow, tsaka blue, yun yung rubber boots. And yung modular plug, yun yung transparent na plug natin. So, merong Cat 5B na plug, merong Cat 6 na plug, may Cat 6A na plug. Pag sinabing Cat 6A, lahat yan may shield. Yung cables mo, may shield, either foil, twisted ka, or braid type, yung pinatawag natin screen. Yung patch panels mo rin, may shield. Yung I.O. mo, may shield. Hindi ko alam yung patch cord kung may shield. Okay? So, yun yung mga may shield. Pagka Cat 6A. And often, data center, we use Cat 6A for data centers. Now, yan na yung tinuturo sa inyo ng isang SEM yung pagka nasa LAN cabling kayo. Okay, so meron kayong Cat 5A, Cat 6, Cat 6A. Yung Cat 7, wala pa tayong components. Okay, meron na rin yung Cat 8. So later on, we can differentiate kung ano yung Cat 5A, Cat 6, Cat 6A. Now, on the fiber optic solution, kung meron kayong cotton cabling, meron kayong counterpart fiber optic cables. Now, we have the OS1 or OS2, Optical Single Mode 1, or optical single mode 2. Ang optical single mode 1, based on the fiber construction, type buffered siya, ibig sabihin pang indoor. Pagka OS2 is optical single mode 2, outdoor grade siya, loose tube ang construction nito, ibig sabihin nun maraming fiber na meron doon sa central straight member sa gitna. So, ang kanyang diameter is 9 UM by 125 UM. Now we have OM1, multi-mode cable, OM1, OM2, OM3, and OM4. So you can easily differentiate OM1, OM2, OM3, OM4 on the jacket. Okay? So mamaya, siguro pagkatapos ito, pagka pumunta kayo sa online, makita niyo yung different sample, just by looking, makikita niyo na kung anong klase multi-mode cable siya. Okay. So, OM1 and OM2, the jacket is orange. Okay? So, yung OM1 natin, yung panahon namin, yan yung multi-mode lang, 62.5 by 125, yung kanyang cladding. OM2 is 50 UM by 125, all the way to OM4. Ang kaibahan lang ng OM3 and OM4, may laser enhanced daw siya. Ibig sabihin, mas pure yung laman na fiber ng OM3 and OM4. But we have single mode and we have 4 types of multi-mode. OM1, OM2, jacket marking is orange. OM3 is aqua blue. OM4 is violet. So when you see a cable and when you see a patch cord with that color, alam niyo na kagad that it follows all OM4 or all OM3. Mapa-fiber patch cord siya or mapa-cables. Now, if we have the patch panels for copper, we also have the fiber patch panels. Commonly used fiber patch panels is 24 core and 48 core. Okay? Same thing as copper. Why is, kung mapapansin niyo bakit ganito? Kasi may standard na pina-follow ang LAN cabling solutions natin and technologies. So if we have keystone jack, we also have the FOC adapters. Marami nga lang, but commonly used in our industry is SC and LC. So if you started all single mode, you need to finish it all single mode. If you started your solution OM2, you need to emphasize multi-mode OM2 solutions all the way. Kung multi-mode dapat yung adapter mo rin. Okay? So we have two common types, SC and LC. And now, if we have the faceplate, okay, counterpart is our indoor optical outlet. Okay, we have 1 port, 2 port, 4 port. Commonly used by the cable TV operators and telecom provider as well as the enterprise market is 2 port, IOO. So if you have copper patch cords, meron din tayong fiber patch cords. SC and LC ang commonly used. And then sinasabi may pigtail. Pag pinutol mo yung gitna ng patch cord, isa lang yung may dulo, pigtail na siya. But the diameter of pigtail is always small dahil ginagamit lang ang pigtail inside the fiber patch panels tsaka yung pagdugtong doon sa inyong cables. Okay? So yun lang yung kanyang uses. I forgot. For the fiber patch panels, tawag dyan fiber patch panels. Pag nilagyan nyo siya ng splice tray sa loob, tawag doon is optical distribution frame. Okay? So we have the modular plugs. Meron din tayong fiber connectors with rubber boots. So if you happen to just visualize this, madali nyo na malalaman also for the fiber solution. Okay? Now for the, this is for the copper cabling. Meron tayong, ang tawag, by the way, doon sa, if you follow the ISO standard, meron tayong tatlong standard kasi sa LAN cabling. Yung ANSI TIA, which is the US standard, we have the CENELEC standard, European standard yun, and the ISO. The largest standard they follow is the ISO. So when you say Cat5D, ang tawag nila sa solutions na yun, is, sa cable na yun is Class D. When you have Cat6 sa atin, tawag doon is Class E sa ISO standard. And Cat6A is Class EA. Okay? Now, in terms of performance, ito yung differences if you roll out using a Cat5e LAN and a Cat6 LAN. So, 100 MHz yung kanyang electrical characteristics, Cat5e, parang nanutong speed. Okay, and then 250 sa Cat6. But as you can see, yung maximum data rate nila is almost the same if you send information. Now, for Cat6A, we usually use it for data center cabling. You can also use it in the industrial plants kasi nga shielded siya palagi yung solution. Now, why do telcos and service provider usually use single mode cable? This is the information already. So we have 4 types of multi-mode, OM1, OM2, OM3, and OM4. Nandiyan yung kanilang diameter. Okay? So it means that for OM1, if you send information, 10 gig hanggang 33 meters lang yung saga. O pagka nagpadala ka, pag lumagpas na ng 34, wala ka na makukuha. That's why we use OM2. Pero ang OM2, if you send signal, hanggang 82 meter lang, pagdating doon sa 10 gig na informations na ipadadala ninyo. OM3, hanggang 100, OM4 hanggang 150. Okay? But for the FTTH, we all, and also for the telcos and operators, they use either OS1 or OS2. OS2 na yung ginagamit natin, fiber optic cable, single mode. This is because it can go more than 40 kilometers. Actually, the longest without regenerating the signal is 130 kilometers. So, from one point to the other. Kaya pag nag-roll out, Single mode ang niro-roll out, hindi multi-mode. And before, pag nag-local area network tayo, ang in-emphasize natin is use multi-mode. Use multi-mode. We will use multi-mode because dapat i-consider ninyo yung distance. Kung malayo yung lalatagan, campus-wide, sigurado yung signal ninyo, di aabot doon sa kabila. If you use multi-mode cable. That's why you need to use single-mode cable. Okay? So this is the optical fiber cable performance and supported distances. Now, I've showed you before the components involved doon sa copper solutions and fiber solutions. For the Ftth solutions, it is always single mode. So kaya ang ating cable ay kulay yellow pag sa loob. Okay? When it kulay yellow, dun sa indoor cabling natin. Usually, you can pagka nakakita kayo ng kulay itim, it's always outdoor grade na cables. Pagka different colors, ang indoor lahat yun. Yun lang yung difference. Okay? So construction ng cables, jacketing, we have the PVC type and the low smoke zero halogen type. Pagdating naman sa labas, we have the polyethylene or PE. May tatlong klase rin yung PE construction: low density polyethylene, medium density, and high density. Parang small, medium, large yung jacket niya. Okay? Now, as I said, you still follow, pagka fiber optic solution, if you go Ftth solution, you still follow, meron ka pa rin fiber optic cable, may patch panels, may adapters, you only use SC, UPC, or SC, APC, single mode. Okay? Cable TV operators use the SC, APC, o angle Palis Connect, mas maliit yung insertion loss nito, and then telcos and enterprise use the SC-UPC. Okay? So, yan yung kanilang adapter na ginagamit. Yan yung inilalagay sa loob ng indoor optical outlet. And as said before, gagamit ka pa rin ng patch cords at pigtail, pero lagi lang siyang single mode. So, patch cords ko, yellow. Cables ko, yellow. Okay? Doon pa lang sa jacket, makikita mo na. Now, orientation-wise, pagka nakita nyo naman yung adapter na kulay green, SC-APC siya. Pagka naging kulay blue, SC-UPC or SCPC. Okay, so yan yung ating FTTX. Now, ano yung nadagdag sa FTTX? Kasi yan yung fiber solution natin. Dinagdagan nila ng G657A1 and A2. Yung A1 is indoor grade, yung nasa pinakadulo. Ito yung ating G657A1. Ang fiber niya nandito sa gitna. Meron lang ang ating tinatawag na horizontal drop cable. Meron tayong 1, 2, and 4 fiber inside. Okay? Now, what's the significance of having this as our horizontal drop cable? Ang bending radius nito, tawag dito, mababa. Okay, merong 7, merong 5 mm. So, ibig sabihin, if you use this, may sample po ako dun sa boot namin, kulay itim, pwede siyang iikot dito sa daliri mo. Okay, dahil meron siyang tinatawag na strength member, which protects yung fiber ninyo inside. So, we have the 1-core distribution or cable drop. And A2 means this is your fiber cable na may messenger. Ito yung kanyang messenger. Ito yung ginagamit sa labas. So, pagka nagpakabit kayo ng PLDT fiber to the home, mula doon sa poste, maglalatag nito, papasok. Bago pumasok ng bahay, puputulin yung messenger wire, kasi hindi po pwede yung messenger wire hanggang loob ng bahay dahil makatamaan ng kidlat, papasok sa loob. Kaya tinatanggal yung messenger wire. Then, ano pa yung components involved? Components involved is the splitter. Yung fiber splitter. Yung fiber splitter is inside this splitter fiber patch panel or inside this fiber distribution box. So, may mga different configuration siya. 1:4, 1:8. Kung napansin ninyo to, meron kayong 1:32 or dalawang 1:16. meron din tayong ganito na blade type. Ito yung 1:8. Isang fiber pumasok, wala yung lalabas. Okay? So, ito lang yung dinagdag sa FTTX natin. Pagdating doon sa fiber to the X, or fiber to the home, or fiber to the premise. Okay. So, yan yung ating splitter, ginagamit natin is PLC, ibig sabihin, even ang split niya. So, when we say 1:4, yung 100% light power natin or light signal is divided into 4. Kaya ang lalabas is 25%. Pagka 1:8, lalabas na lang doon na power, dinidivide nyo into 8, yung 100%, 12.5. Then, you go on, 1:16, 1:32. So, habang lumalaki yung split, lumalaki din yung losses involved. But, you got to maximize your fiber optic cable. Okay? So, may orientations tayo na kung mapapansin ninyo, either NAP or LCP, it's the same. Meron tayong LCP, meron tayong NAP. Physically, the same yung kanilang constructions. This one can also be an LCP or a NAP na merong splitter sa loob na 1:16. Okay? So, ang trabaho ng LCP, if you will use the LCP doon sa building, is to split the fiber going to each floor. At yung fiber na lumabas, yun yung input mo dun sa NAP na nandun doon sa lahat ng floor. So, ang trabaho naman ng NAP is to split the fiber going to each room pagka nasa condo kayo, or going to each home pagka kinabit ito sa outside plant o doon sa subdivisions or doon sa community. So, we have two types of splitters. FBT and PLC. Yung FBT ginagamit po ito sa cable TV dati. So, iba-iba yung kanyang split. So, ito yung ating comparison. Meron tayo sa PLC, splitter, even ang split niya. This is what we're using sa land cabling natin. At yung FBT, meron siya, 1/2 ang split niya. Yung power levels niya is either 95%, ibabagsak mo is 5%. So say for example, nag-roll out kayo from Tagaytay Cable all the way doon sa Batangas area. So from Tagaytay, halimbawa, magbabagsak kayo sa Mendez, pwedeng i-determine mo kung 90 by 10% ibabagsak mo sa Mendez, and then the other town, magbabagsak ka ulit, ano yung ibabagsak mo? Ibig sabihin yung 90% goes onwards, nagbagsak ka ng 10, yung 90, consider it as 100, magbabagsak ka ulit ng power. So, yun yung setup ng FBD. Okay, sa cable TV ito ginagamit kasi yung signal ninyo, kailangan yung i-maximize na makarating doon sa pinakahuling subscriber ninyo. Okay, this is what is inside, yung splitter. So, meron tayong 1:8, ito. 1:8, pag binuksan mo, ito yung first fiber, wala yung lumabas. Ganyan lang yung kanyang split. Ito lang yung fiber splitter. This one. 1 coming in, 8 going out. So, ito yung fiber splitter na 1:32. 1 coming in, meron kayong ABS box, tawag ito, ABS type, then 32 coming out already. Pag binuksan ninyo yan, yung constructions niyan is para siyang naka-fuse type going doon sa kanyang constructions. Okay, so these are the equipment involved dito sa Gpon FTTX. We have your OLT. Commonly used na OLT natin is this one. Ito yung 16-port OLT. So sabi ko kanina, physically lahat ng auxiliary services ninyo, voice, data, CCTV, digital signage solutions ninyo, access control, physically ipapatch ninyo doon sa equipment, and then may port dyan, ito yung port na going doon sa labas. Okay? So yung high grade, telco grade, ito na yung mga may chassis type. Okay, yan yung binibili ng telco sa cable TV operator. Okay, now, on the subscriber side, we have this Gpon, ONT. Okay? So, kung nagtitipid, ito lang yung aking co-provide, G21 sa cable TV to, halimbawa. So, meron kayong G21, meron kayong data port, at meron kayong RF or cable TV port. Or, pwede kayong maglagay ng G67 up to G69, halimbawa, meron kayong 4 na data port, gigabit, may cable TV, meron kayong 2 voice port, may Wi-Fi, at ito pa yung iba ninyong pwedeng i-provide. Okay? So, these are the different types of ONU or ONT. Okay. So, this is what PLDT is using. Kanilang Huawei, so may 2 data port, voice port, may 4 na data port. Hindi ko alam kung may Wi-Fi, baka inside yung kanilang Wi-Fi. So you can connect your phone, you can connect your data, you can connect even your IPTV. Okay? So this is the network topology that we use. This is the ANSI standard or the US standard. This is the installation reference model for the European, okay, or the ISO, sorry, the ISO. So, tawag doon, OLT, inside the point of presence natin o sa telco. So, ang LCP, ang trabaho ng LCP is to split the fiber going to each floor. So, tawag doon sa European is building entry point. NAP, ito yung, ang trabaho niya is to split the fiber going to each room. Network access point yon, tawag doon is floor distributor. Then yung nasa subscriber side, itong 2, meron tayong indoor optical outlet, tawag is also optical telecommunications outlet or ONU, optical node unit, tawag is optical node terminal. And then kung ano yung mga endpoint equipment na pwede ninyong i-connect dito. Okay, so as I've said before, when you design an FTTH, it always follows the point to multi-point. Ito yung splitter. So yung isang fiber mo, you split. Yung another fiber, you can split. You can split twice. So ito yung LCP mo, inside the building, sa ground floor. At ito naman, halimbawa, yung NAP side mo. Okay? Now, yung local area network kasi natin, utilizes point-to-point. Ibig sabihin yan, pagka ang requirements ng building, bawat floor, kailangan ng 24 voice, 24 data, kailangan ng 6 na cameras. So lahat yan may kanya-kanyang network. So when you say 24 voice, ibig sabihin nun, 24 by 4 pairs ang kailangan mo ilatag para dun sa voice network. Then 24 runs for data, then pagdating sa CCTV, bilangin mo yung camera, ganoon din karami yung, sa CCTV, bilangin mo yung camera, ganoon din yung cable na gagamitin nyo. 1:1 siya. Kaya nga point to point. Ang trabaho ng ating FTTH is point to multi-point. So, sa bawat floor, meron kayong 15 rooms na may requirements na voice, data, CCTV, may access control, may digital signage dun sa elevator. Ang kailangan mo lang doon is 1 fiber going in sa NAP, then split, bilangin mo yung rooms, yun ang ilalatag mong drop fiber going to each room, papasok sa ONU, sa IOO din ONU, ang lalabas sa ONU nyo is copper cabling. Doon na lang kayo magka-copper cabling sa kwarto. So, marami kayong savings, especially doon sa conduiting ninyo. Sa FTTH, ang conduit na gagamitin ninyo is 1 inch na PVC or EMP. Kasi nga, maliit lang yung drop fiber natin. Versus doon sa ilalatag mo na 24 voice, lalagay mo sa cable tray, 24 data, ipapatong mo sa cable tray. Kung may network ka ng camera, ipapatong mo rin doon. Ganun karami, maglalagay kayo ng cable tray. And usually, sa mga high-rise condominium, ito yung isang problema. Mula doon sa tuktok hanggang doon sa baba, ganun karami yung ilalatag mo pababa na kable. So, ang laki ng space na kailangan ninyo. But if you do this sa auxiliary service ninyo, maliit lang yung footprint ng cable na ilalatag ninyo. Remember, 1 fiber per floor. Okay? But usually, in my design, I usually use 4 fiber per floor. Mamaya makikita niyo kung bakit. Okay, so this is the cabling architecture. So, nandito sa CO side yung inyong OLT, yung equipment. So, ipapatch niyo doon lahat ng auxiliary equipment. Then, meron kayong LCP. Ano yung trabaho ng LCP? Split the fiber going to each floor. So, ano yung laman ng LCP? Kung meron akong 1, kung meron akong first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. Ano yung laman ng LCP ko? May splitter. Ang laman is 1:4. So, 1 fiber, may splitter ako, 1 fiber coming in, 4 fibers coming out, 1 fiber going to first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. Kaya lang, wala kayong secondary o wala kayong backup cable. So, kailangan nyo ng secondary network. So, magkatag kayo ulit ng panibagong cables. So, ito yung primary mo, ito yung secondary, at swappable na tinatawag sa equipment, kaya ibig sabihin nun, ready. Kung sakaling maputol yung kable ninyo. Then, kung ano yung fiber na pumasok sa NAP, yun yung fiber na pupunta doon sa bawat bahay, na nandoon sa bawat floor. And then, idodraw out na yung inyong mga endpoints using copper cabling. Okay? Now, sa outside plan, ito yung ginagawa pagka sa loob na ng subdivision. Pagka naglatag ng fiber, may trunk cable kayo. So, ito yung ito yung nakalagay sa entrance ng subdivision. Ang configurations palagi na ginagamit ng telco is 1:8 or dalawang 1:8 din. Okay? So, 1:16. Sa cable TV, gumagamit sila ng 1:16 up to 1:32. So, copper cables, trunk, coming in. So, meron kayong LCP. Ano yung trabaho ng LCP? Yung lalabas sa kanyang fiber optic split going to each NAP. So, bilangin niyo yung subdivision, bilangin niyo yung street, nalalagyan niyo ng NAP, yun ngayon yung ilalatag ninyo na cable going to each NAP. So, remember, ang capacity nitong LCP nito is only 8 NAP. So, ibig sabihin, walang street lang ang pwede niyang latagan. Ano naman ang trabaho ng NAP? Trabaho ng NAP, bilangin niya yung bahay, doon sa street na yon, may 4-core ka, may drop cable ka, may lalatag, papunta doon. So, ang orientations is 1/8 yung laman. So, hindi ko sinabing isa lang ang NAP. O pwedeng multiple NAPs in one street. Okay? Yun yung ating setup. Now, this is an example. So, we have here 5-floor school. Ilasal ito, hindi ko na sabihin kung saan. So, sabi dito, 5 floors. Ang kanyang MDF location is on the ground floor. And then, ground to 5th floor is 15 rooms. Okay? So, ano yung sinabi? Kailangan daw may voice port doon sa bawat room. May data port sa bawat room. May 6 na CCTV port per floor. Yung classroom kasi to. So, may access control or biometrics doon sa dalawang pinto. Then, may paging system. Then, may digital signage on every floor. So, yan yung assumptions. Now, if you design it using traditional Ethernet LAN cabling, ito yung inyong voice, KBX, maglalatag kayo ng backbone all the way to each floor. Ito yung inyong riser or IDF room. So, latag ng kable, copper, dito, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Now, ano yung sa data side? So, may mga servers doon then connected sa core switch mo. Each core switch nakapatch doon sa ODF o fiber patch panel. Maglalatag kayo ngayon ng backbone ninyo papunta sa first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor. Ang katapat ng core switch, lagi kayong may layer 2 data switch sa bawat floor. Okay? Then, meron kayong cabling, may patch panels kayo. Okay? So, ang setup is fiber patch panels, yung pumasok, fiber, magpapatch kayo papunta sa switch, lalabas sa switch, scatter cabling, yun na yung 4-piece utility cable ninyo papunta sa voice at sa data. So, ganyan na yung inyong endpoints. Ito na yung ating distribution. So, ganyan yung ating diagram for the traditional LAN cabling where, okay? So, ito yung inyong wave phase. So, nandiyan yung inyong switch. Ito yung ginagamit natin sa cutter voice. Ito na yung endpoints ninyo, lalabas sa patch panel. Ito yung inyong 4-pairs UTP. Yan yung wave phase. Now, ano pa yung requirements? The other requirements is that meron kayong paging system, meron kayong CCTV, at may access control. Okay? So, the same thing, yung inyong paging, kailangan may wiring kayo, backbone, all the way to each floor. Also for the CCTV, meron din kayong backbone, all the way to each floor. Okay? Also for your access control, meron din dito. So, ang endpoints, makikita nyo na dito, may IP camera, may access control. So, maglalatag kayo ng copper cabling ninyo dito. So, ganyan, palaging may active equipment also inside the IDF room. So, ito yung inyong bay face, ito yung inyong output. Ito yung kapag naglatag tayo using traditional LAN cabling. Now, if the same information we have, if you do Gpon FTTX, 5 floors, naka-home run sa MDF, ilan ang rooms kada floor. Ito yung aking assumptions naman. The same pa rin yung auxiliary services na gagawin ko. Meron daw akong indoor drop cable na A1 or indoor. Gagamit ako ng 1 or 2 fiber. Meron akong IOO na doon naka-terminate yung 2-4 sa loob ng subscriber na dalawa yung butas. Okay? Hindi ako gumamit ng LCP kasi gusto kong i-maximize yung port ng equipment, 2.5 gig kada floor instead na 2.5 sa buong 5 floors. Then, gumamit ako ng NAP. Each floor, kailangan may nakalagay na NAP. So, 5 floors siya, 5 din yung NAP. So, sinabi dito, 15 rooms. So, madali nyo na malaman, ano yung laman na splitter ng NAP? Ang laman na splitter is 1:16 kasi 15 lang yung rooms. 1:8, 1:16. So, yun ang ilalagay mong splitter doon. Now, optional kung maglalagay kayo ng fiber distribution panel. Okay? Pero right now, ito yung ginagawa, naglalagay ng fiber distribution panel sa bawat building kasi hindi lang isa ang provider mo. Marami. Nandiyan si Globe, maglalagay si Globe ng sarili niyang NAP. Bawat building, maglalagay si PLDT, maglalagay si Sky Cable, maglalagay si Converge. So, ganun yung setup niyan. So, ang ginawang construction is that naglagay na lang ng fixed na fiber distribution panel kada floor para pagka si subscriber 1, gusto niya PLDT yung kanyang provider, magpapatch na lang sa NAT going to fiber distribution panel. Pagka si Globe, sa NAP ni Globe, may patch cord papunta doon sa fiber distribution panel. Pagka si Sky, pasok na lang. Ganun. Patch cord lang ginamit. Okay. So, as I've said before, yung butas ng aking equipment is 2.5 gig. Meron akong 15 tenants. So, ito yung aming computation. So, splitting ratio calculation, 2.5 gig divided by 16. Ito yung maximum bandwidth na pwede kong i-provide doon sa customer ko. Doon sa bawat room. Okay? So, ito yung Gpon port. Ginamit kong OLT equipment is 8 port. So, 5 lang ang magagamit ko. 2.5 yung bawat isang butas. Magpa-patch cord ako, papunta sa ODF. Then ODF, papunta doon sa NAP. Ito yung aking trunk cable, 4-core. Isa lang yung papasok na fiber, yung tatlo spare. Then NAP, may laman yung NAP ko na 16. 1:16 splitter. Lalabas is yung 2-core drop. Papunta doon sa IOO na nandun sa subscriber side. And then from IOO, may passport kayo sa OLT na ang maximum bandwidth is at 156.25. So yun yung aking promise bandwidth dun sa bawat room na lalatagan ko. Now, merong portions na tinatawag tayong capacity engineering namin to, unsplit. Yung 2.5 gig na Gpon port, kung gusto nyo mas malaking bandwidth, hindi na kayo dadaan sa NAP. Diretso na kayo, yung 2.5, diretso na all the way dun sa subscriber. Okay? 2.5 gig, yung other, yung pwede nyo maibigay. Okay. So, ito yung ating parang pinaka single line diagram. Lahat ng inyong auxiliary services or equipment, either diretso, ipatch sa OLT, or dumaan muna sa layer 3 switch, patch cord. Okay, so OLT, lalabas dito yung inyong trunk cable, papunta doon, patch cord muna. Okay, dito sa ODF, lalabas sa ODF nyo yung trunk cable nyo going on each floor, babagsak sa doon sa NAP, 1:16, nakalagay dun sa IDF ng bawat floor. Then lalabas is yung 15 runs na 2-core drop papunta doon sa inyong IOO para doon sa 15 rooms doon sa bawat floor. At ito yung pwede nyo nang ilabas. Ito yung equipment mo. So ganyan yung ating network topology. So ito yung ating auxiliary, ito yung OLT, ito yung patch cords. Ito lang yung nakalagay sa riser ninyo. Imbis yung nakita nyo kanina. So, ang lumabas dito, 5 runs by 4 fiber core inilagay ko, pero 5 lang, isa lang ang sa bawat fiber core ko, isa lang ang naka-terminate, bagsak ako ng 4 fiber. Second, bagsak ako ng 4, bagsak ako ng 4, bagsak ng 4, bagsak ng 4. Pero isang fiber lang ang pinasok ko. Yung 3 fiber is spare. Kasi nga, di ba may nakita kayo na merong customer na mas malaking bandwidth ang kailangan. Kaya yung 3 is spare. Actually, sa current situation ngayon, ang inilalatag namin is 8 fiber. Kasi each telco, si Globe gusto niya, may available 2 siya. Si PLDT, the same, gusto palagi may backup. Tapos si Sky Cable, ganun din. So, depende kung yung building, kung ilan yung subscriber or ilan yung service provider na gusto niyang papasukin. Doon ka ngayon magbibilang kung ilang fiber ang ibibigay mo kada floor doon sa trunking. Trunk pa lang tayo nun. Okay? So, ito yung ating riser. Ito yung ating 4-core. Yan yung mismo. And then, ito yung distribution fiber mo. Maganda ang solutions ng FTTH kasi dito, usually nagtataka yung ibang customer namin, tinatanong ko lang, magde-design kami ng building, ilang floor, nakita nyo kanina, ilang floor yung building, may basement po ba, saan ang home run or MDF, at ilang rooms kada floor. Yun lang madalas ang tinatanong ko, nakakapag-design na kami ng ganito sa FTTH. Then, perks na, minsan tatanungin ko, condo. So, meron nung different types ng room. Bigyan nyo lang po ako kung ano yung one room. May diameter, may dimension siya. Mag-visualize ko na. Now, you can usually compute kung gaano karaming 2-core drop ang gagamitin ninyo dito. Yung tinatawag naming averaging method. Averaging method from the NAP, ilang metro sa pinakamalapit, bawa 10 meters na drop cable to. Then, from the NAP again, ilang metro papunta doon sa pinakamalayo. Halimbawa, 70 meter. So, 10 plus 70 is 80 meter divided by 240. Okay? So, 40 meter, imumultiply mo sa number of rooms, 15 rooms. So, meron akong 600 meter na kableng gagamitin dito. So, alam mo na agad kung ano yung materials that you will use here. Okay, maglagay na lang kayo ng maintenance loop kada floor. So, imbis na ang average niyo, halimbawa, is 40, mga 45 kayo, meter, yun yung gagamitin mo na all throughout dito. 45 times number of rooms. Same thing, if you go inside the rooms, meron kayo number of ports, mula dun sa IOO, papunta dun sa first port, ilang meter, mula dun sa IOO, papunta dun sa pinakamalayong port, ilang meter, averaging, multiply mo sa number of ports, yun ang gagamitin mo copper cable inside that room. Okay? So that's how we usually compute it. So, pagka naglatag kayo, ito yung inyong NAP, ito dyan yung inyong IOO, okay, ito yung copper cabling, sabi ko nga, yung red, these are the EMT pipes lang yan, na maliit. Dahil maliit lang yung fiber na ibabagsak mo kada room. 2-core drop lang yan. Imbis na maraming, may voice network kayo, may data network, all other network na ibabagsak doon sa riser ninyo and all the way doon sa MDM. Okay? So, ang requirements, yan. So, one last presentations ko, meron akong, this is a condo, actually dito yan sa Quezon City, 22 floors. So, sabi nun, maglalagay ako ng NAP kada floor. So, meron ako 21, wala kasing 13 floor. Okay? So, meron akong different configurations ng rooms. Meron akong 4, meron akong 15, meron akong 18, 20 rooms, 21. Okay, so, different splitter yung gagamitin ko sa NAP. 1:32, 13 floor ang gagamitan ko ng NAP. 1:32, at gagamitan ko ng NAP is 6 sa na 1:16 at 1:8, dalawa. So, kung ilan ang rooms, yun din ang ilalagay niyong indoor optical outlet sa kada room. Yun din yung equipment na ilalagay ninyo sa kada room. Okay? So, madali lang. Bihira akong gumagamit ng LCP. Ang design ko is from the OLT equipment, bawat butas, maglalatag ako yung 2.5 gig, kailangan ibagsak ko kada floor. Kung not enough, kailangan ko magbigay ng additional. So, gumagamit ako ng 4-core, kasi pagka gumamit ka ng, halimbawa, 22 floors yan, gagamit ako ng 48 fiber. Ibig sabihin, magbabagsak. 22 floors, 24 fiber ang gagamitin ko, isang kable lang. So, ibig sabihin nun, magka-cut and drop kayo, putol, bagsak isa, sa first floor, putol, pagkat ulit, putol, bagsak mo yung para sa second floor, all the way doon sa 21 floors. Now, isang run lang siya ng kable, 24 core lang, magka-cut ka lang, babagsak mo yung assigned cable sa bawat floor. Pero pagka naputol yung buong kable mo, yung buong building, walang internet. That's why when I roll out, nag-roll out ako ng 4 fiber per floor. Okay? Maputol man yung isang fiber core, sa lahat, ano na, open pa yung iba. So meron akong 21 runs, kasi 21 yung floor. Yung drop fiber ko, 358. Yung IOO ko, 2. May IOO, kung ilan yung inyong drop fiber, yung din yung inyong optical outlet at yung ONT. Then yun yung configurations ng NAP. So these are the floors. Naglalagay ka lang dyan. Kung ano, ito na yung materials na gagamitin. Okay? So, yan na siya. Then, ito naman yung sa bawat rooms. Kailangan daw na may voice, may data, may Wi-Fi, may IPTV. Kung kailangan ng CCTV, ibig sabihin nito, sinetrate niya yung CCTV network niya. So, ito yung ating bawat course. Okay? Nakalagay na rin yan yung quantity. Now, if you design it, dito na tayo. So, ito yung OLT. dashboard. Maglalatag ako ng 4-core fiber on each floor. Okay? Isang fiber naka-terminate sa NAP. Bawat floor may kanya-kanyang NAP na may splitter. Halimbawa, 18 runs. So ito, 1:32 yung splitter nito. Okay? So may ODF, ibig sabihin may password. Ito mismo yung 2-core mo, all the way doon sa IOO. Ito mismo buong to ang nasa loob ng inyong bahay. Okay? So ganyan na yung ating setup. Yan na yung mga gagamitin natin. So yan yung OLT equipment. Physically, yung equipment mo nakapatch sa OLT and then all the way doon sa NAP na may splitter. Ito ngayon yung inyong OLT at auto na nasa loob ng bahay. Ito lang yung laman. Ito yung inyong yung box na nakita ninyo, lalabas sa ONT na nandito, yung copper cable ninyo, pupunta sa desktop, pupunta sa TV, pupunta sa telepono. Okay? So, imbis na maglalatag kayo ng ganong karaming kable on each floor going to the MDF, ganun na lang yung FTTH natin using splitter. So, ito na yung ating best summary. Okay, so if you do, ito yung Lopez building ito, 20-story, 394 nodes. Okay? Kapag naglatag kayo using traditional LAN cabling, ito yung cost in dollars. Ito yung space. Ganito karaming cables ang gagamitin ninyo. Ito yung access network ninyo. Access node pala. Then ganito yung power consumptions doon. Now, if you do Gpon solution, ito yung inyong layer 3 patch sa OLT equipment. One fiber going to each floor. Ang laman ng ating IDF on each floor is only the fiber splitter. Okay, going on the way to your ONT at ito yung cost ninyo. Okay, you can see the difference sa cost dito, sa space, sa rack, space, sa cable weight. Okay, sa power. Dito sa power, yung ONT nasa loob pa nga ng subscriber. So the building owner, ang binabayaran niya lang yung OLT equipment. Okay, this is the Gpon FTTH solution na ine-explain. So makita na ninyo why most are going into these solutions already. Okay? So nandiyan na yung benefit summary niya. Okay, that ends my presentation.
Thank you so much, Sir Gino, for that informative talk. Now, to award the certificate, let's invite Sir Dennis Molina and Sir Armand Orsal in front.
Sir Dennis. Sir Arman po.
Sir Arman.
Sir Arman. Dennis. Okay, so. Okay, so For those who have questions regarding the Gpon FTTH cabling, you may visit the booth of YFC-BON Eagle International at the front. I mean, dun sa ano? Sa lobby. Sa lobby. Okay, so bago yan, no? Meron ang nanalo ng isang ano, ng camera.
So, CCTV.
Oo.
Ay,
Kalang ano,
security yung bahay niyo.
oo, 48 megapixels.
Kita yung pimples nung
Tingnan ang SLR nyo. So, ang nanalo ng CCTV camera ay number
6036.
6036. 6036, come on down. Ayan. Si Sir pala ang nanalo ng CCTV camera. Ayan. Sir, ang pangalan? Sir Patrick. Ayan, Sir Patrick, yun naman si Sir. Yan. Yung CCTV wala is worth $15,000 US.
OMG.
Ayan, nabili ito na pesa. Sige po. Pag may question daw kayo dun sa CCTV, si Sir Dennis. Service center. Okay, so... Okay, sige. Okay, so before anything else, we would like to acknowledge the presence of nasan si Sir Orsan? Engineer Arman Orsan of the IECEP National. Okay? Okay, sige. Okay, sige. Let's introduce our next speaker.
Yes. So our next speaker is an electronics engineer, a graduate of a computer technician course at Xavier Technical Training School, and also a graduate of BS Electronics and Communications Engineering at the South Technological University, and have a master degree of Master of Information Systems at the University of the Philippines Open University, former network engineer at Wingcast Incorporated from 2004 to 2005, a former technical support engineer at Suzonia Incorporated from 2006 to 2007, and also a technical support engineer at Nevada Technologies on 2007, software architect at Ftth and Mazio Asia Incorporated from 2010 to 2016, senior data security analyst at Sunlight Financial Asia Services Incorporated, and a part-time instructor at the College of Engineering at Pamantasan ng Luzon ng Pasig, to discuss about investing in a centralized security intelligence platform. Please welcome Engineer Franklin O. Solancio.
Thank you very much for the introduction. So, good morning, everyone. Okay, so